Welcome back to the channel, where we bring you the most heart-stopping, emotional, and truly unforgettable stories in the world of Korean entertainment. Today's story is one that no one saw coming, yet it's one that fans had secretly hoped for all along. Kim Woo-bin and Shin Min-ah, arguably one of the most private and low-key celebrity couples in South Korea, have stepped into the spotlight in a way they've never done before. And when they did, they brought the entire nation to a standstill. What they revealed in their press conference sent waves of emotion through fans, media outlets, and fellow celebrities alike. It began with a mysterious announcement. Media outlets across South Korea received formal invitations to attend a press conference being held at a five-star hotel in Seoul. The sender? None other than the agencies representing Kim Woo-bin and Shin Min-ah. The wording was vague. Important announcement regarding Kim Woo-bin and Shin Min-ah. And yet, that was all it took to send social media into an absolute frenzy. Rumors swirled like wildfire. Were they getting married? Was there a breakup? Could it be a joint project? Or was it something far more serious? When the day of the press conference finally arrived, the tension in the air was palpable. Fans gathered outside the venue, holding banners, flowers, and handwritten letters. Paparazzi were on high alert. Live feeds were set up by major broadcasting stations. Everyone was waiting for the couple to walk into the spotlight. And then they did. Kim Woo-bin and Shin Min-ah entered the room hand in hand. Both dressed elegantly, their faces were calm, but their eyes told a different story. There was emotion, strength, and a hint of nervousness. For years, they had stayed out of the limelight, preferring to protect their relationship from media scrutiny. But now, they stood proudly before everyone, ready to share something deeply personal. Kim Woo-bin was the first to speak. With a slight tremble in his voice, he thanked everyone for coming. "This moment has been a long time coming," he said, pausing as Shin Min-ah gently squeezed his hand. "I've faced challenges in my life that I never expected, but through it all, there's been one person who never gave up on me. One person who believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself." He looked at Shin Min-ah with tears welling in his eyes. "When I was diagnosed with nasopharyngeal cancer," he continued, "I didn't know what the future held. But Min-ah, she stayed, every single day. Through the hospital visits, the sleepless nights, the pain and the fear, she was there. I wouldn't be here today without her." The room was completely silent. Even the reporters were visibly emotional. Shin Min-ah then took over. Her voice was steady, but filled with love and vulnerability. "Love isn't about grand gestures or perfect moments," she said. "It's about choosing someone over and over again, especially during the hard times. When Woo-bin got sick, I didn't think twice. I knew I wanted to be by his side, no matter what." Then came the part that truly shook the nation. Kim Woo-bin reached into his pocket and pulled out a small velvet box. He opened it right there on stage. Inside was a ring. "I didn't just ask her to stand by me during the toughest years of my life," he said with a deep breath. "I'm asking her to stand by me for the rest of our lives. Min-ah, will you marry me?" Gasps filled the room. Shin Min-ah looked at him in disbelief for a second, her hands covering her mouth. Then slowly she nodded. "Yes," she whispered, before embracing him as the entire room erupted into applause, tears, and cheers. The press conference wasn't about a project. It wasn't about a breakup or a pregnancy rumor. It was about love. Raw, real, and enduring love. Kim Woo-bin and Shin Min-ah had just turned a deeply personal chapter of their lives into a public celebration. And they did it with grace, authenticity, and the kind of vulnerability that reminded everyone watching that even the most glamorous stars are human at heart. After the proposal, the couple took questions from the media. One reporter asked why they chose to go public now, after all these years. Shin Min-ah smiled gently and said, "Because we want our story to give people hope. Love can endure. Healing is possible. And sometimes the hardest roads lead to the most beautiful destinations." Kim Woo-bin added, "We wanted to share our truth on our terms. And now that we're ready to take the next step, we felt it was the right time to bring our fans along on this journey with us." Another reporter asked about wedding plans. The couple revealed that while nothing was set in stone, they were hoping for a small, intimate ceremony surrounded by close family and friends. They also hinted that it might happen sooner than anyone expected. "We've waited long enough," Woo Bin said with a smile. "Why wait any longer?" Fans across social media platforms went into overdrive. Within minutes, hashtags like Kim Woo Bin proposal, Shin Min-ah said yes, and #Woo Bin Min-ah wedding were trending not just in South Korea, but globally. Messages of congratulations poured in from celebrities, fans, and even global organizations that had followed Kim Woo Bin's recovery journey. What made this moment even more touching was the way it brought people together. Fans who had supported the couple since the beginning felt validated, and even those who had only known them through their dramas were touched by the sincerity of their story. Their journey, from meeting on the set of a commercial, to quietly dating, to supporting each other through illness and recovery, and now publicly announcing their engagement, felt like a real-life drama that had come full circle. As the press conference wrapped up, the couple stood together in front of the cameras. Kim Woo Bin turned to Shin Min-ah and said, "No matter what the world throws at us, I know we'll face it together. You're my strength, my heart, my home." Shin Min-ah, holding back tears, replied, "And you're my forever." With that, they walked off stage, still hand in hand, leaving behind a room filled with emotion and a country filled with admiration. For fans of Kim Woo Bin and Shin Min-ah, this wasn't just a press conference. It was a love story years in the making. It was a reminder that real love isn't just for the screens. It exists in the quiet sacrifices, the daily devotion, and the brave vulnerability of two people choosing each other over and over again. And for the rest of us, it was proof that some stories are worth waiting for.